So last time we finished on Medusa, so Lubu. Today's Lubu Day, I guess. Huh. Oh, fuck it. Very well then. Wait a second. Ah, that's better. I was like, where's the sound? There we go. Either way, let me just prep some things up. For anyone without a comparison, Mr. Lubu here was already in the original Extella game, or in Umbral Star. My bad, not the original. Was already in the Umbral Star game. He was, to say it nicely, almost unplayable. Due to one main factor. Well, one is dash, because that game, everything was about dash, attack, dash, attack, dash, attack. In this one, though, he's, well, in the other one, I mean, in Umbral Star, dash attack was everything, and he had no mobility. And I mean, he was slow, and I mean, slow. Very slow. No reduced earth. He was quite unplayable without reduced earth, especially on a higher difficulty. Either way, we now have him for our enjoyment in this game, and being fair though, they did a much better job with him in this game. At least he is not only playable, he's actually fun. Main difference, he's actually fun to play. But either way, we're not here to talk about how fun he is. We're here to well, I'm here to talk about how fun he is, yes, but also to talk about how good he is, or how good his abilities are, how good his basics are, and well, you'll see. So as you can see already, he's already better than Umbral Star, just by the sake that his dashes are better. Okay, so let's start the show, shall we? First up, one light, one heavy. It's fine. That's the one light, one heavy. Two light, one heavy is okay. It's actually not half bad, actually. The thing is, as you noticed, he's actually pretty fast doing his abilities, doing his basic attacks. It's not half bad speed. It's actually weirdly faster than Lancelot. 3 lights, 1 heavy, 2 heavy. The arrow is a second heavy, so okay, this is just 1 heavy. Yep. Now 2 heavy. Oh yes, 3 heavies. Okay, sorry. 3 light, 1, 2, 3. I forgot, he has 3 heavies. So it's 3 light, 3 heavy, which is unique to Lubu, I'm pretty sure. Nobody else has that many heavies in a row, I think. I might be wrong. Duly noted, I might be wrong. And finally, 4 lights, because he doesn't have anything besides that. He only goes up to 4 lights. Now, okay, that's that one. Single heavy, which is about as good as any other single heavy by itself. And okay, so in the air he only has 1 light, 1 heavy. He has nothing else. His aerial abilities are nothing that great. Now, let's talk about his abilities. Also, probably the one you're gonna be doing the most is this. The 3 light, 2 heavy. Maybe even 3, if you freaking wish. And I'll explain. Now, it seems a little slow when it gets to the last part, but you'll see what I mean. Now, time to show off abilities. Martial prowess to start off with. Yeah, so that's an AoE ability around him, does okay damage, by what I remember of this doing. It does okay damage, but it has a problem. This. The charge up. It's like he's going Super Saiyan, but why does he have to take 10 years to go Super Saiyan? It's like it's fine. It's not the worst AoE ability, but it's not as good as Medusa's Blood Force Andromeda, which is a little faster. It also does just about the same damage, so I think maybe it does a little bit more damage, but even then it's not much by much. Next up, Earth Split. Now this one is a pretty nice ability. It's a cone AoE damage ability with good damage, and the only negative it has is basically the jump. Because this is, the jump is basically the timing they have to punish you, basically. It's the whole jump thing. After that, you kind of fine. But, again, this is actually a good ability. I'm not even gonna deny that is actually a good ability. You use it if you want. I prefer an ability over this specific one, but definitely recommended to use. Very much so. Besides, it gives you a good amount of drive because it's a cone AoE. Okay, next up, Wild Attack. Oh boy. Here we go. This thing. Ah, man, it's hilarious looking and just as hilariously not efficient. Now, there is a way to use it effectively. Oh? Mainly due to this being Lubu. And the effective way of it is, if you have a defensive code cast, use it there, because you're gonna need it for that. Or else you'll probably be taken out of it really easily. The thing is, the enemy only has to block once, and then they can punish you from this, so to speak. They block one time, then they can punish you. So, yeah, it's not my favorite ability of his. It's like martial prowess. It's like, yeah, it's fine. It's not that good. It looks very derpy though. I will not deny this looks kind of funny. It is kind of hilarious. Now, what I'm gonna consider one of Lubu's bread and butters, and what something you should have on all the time, a la Medusa style. This. Why? Well, first, you're faster. Yep, just like Medusa, this increases your action speed. How much faster is he? Ridiculously faster, if you haven't noticed. Everything he does is faster. Just look. Even this is faster. Yeah. And just like every freaking buff skill, except invisibility, it obviously gives you just about the priority of the world. World level of priority. So, is there a negative to Insanity? Now, there is... I'm not absolutely sure if it's for real or not. I've never actually found out if it's a myth or if it's for reals. But I've heard people saying that Lubu's buff has an effect a la Kukulane, which is basically you take more damage while in this, supposedly. But I've never been able to confirm it nor deny it, so keep that in mind, but don't worry too much about it either. This is too good of a tool to not use, basically, especially for Lubu. Makes everything Lubu does just that much better by itself. It is a really good skill. Basically, it's not even just a recommended, it's almost a you must bring Insanity because it's just that good. Okay, that's Lubu's first 4 skills. Now for the last 4 skills. Last 3. My bad. I forget there's only 7 skills per character. Next up, with Lubu, we got... Get out of the way. No, we're still not done with Lubu. Hell no. Full stop here. Okay, so for Lubu's last part, we got Polearm Breaking Slice, Gut Strike, and Circular Blade. So, well, you know what, I'll show you how good these skills are. Or how bad they are, depending on how you feel about it. Now... here we go. Got more. Okay. So, before I start talking about the abilities.
潜入成功。敵に見つからないように中枢部へ向かいましょう。
Igutamo? Okay, so now we got 3 new abilities. So first up, Breaking Slice. Okay, so that doesn't seem very, you know, exciting, being fair, but it's also Lubu's longest range skill. How to explain, how to show it properly. So see the rocks that go up to here? Yep, that whole area, that line, is all damage. And the interesting thing is, because of the animation of this ability, not a lot of people actually see this. Because the rock, you can't, it's barely noticeable, the rocks going through the ground. Which makes this one of my favorite abilities, just because it's quite cheeky to actually get someone with that thing, because nobody expects that. Now, being fair, this is the one skill I'm gonna be like, this is my personal preference. I recommend you take Earth Split over Breaking Slice, personally speaking. It's easier to use, one, and second, it gives you more drive. I just prefer to use Breaking Slice, because, god damn it, it's always nice to, you know, hit that. Now, one of the 2 other abilities you probably should use. God Strike. Now, this doesn't seem that impressive by itself, because the range, and you're stuck there, and it's a range. Stuck there while doing it. And yes, that's true. You're stuck there while doing this. But one close range skill. So basically, it's, well, I won't say instantaneous, but it's might as well be with Insanity. But the main point is, this ability does a lot of damage. And I mean a lot. And it's not as, and all those mini strikes do damage. The big one does the most, but obviously everything in that does damage. And it's also a very good, your guard is trash ability. It won't destroy guard, if I'm not wrong. It will not destroy guard by itself, but it will get them extremely close to their guard just going hell. Now, yes, I know, there's that delay over there, right? You're probably like, but there's that initial delay when you click the button where it's like reading the spear, right? Well, that's why we have this. So that doesn't happen. Yep, it's extremely fast, as you can see. There's even a combo. There's a combo with that. So, or kind of a combo. But Lubu can kill with that by doing 1, 2, 3, heavy, heavy, into that. And you basically killed somebody. Congratulations, you just killed someone with Lubu really easily. Without needing drive, which is the most, oh boy thing. I forgot something. Oh my god, I forgot a code cast for drive. Okay, anyways. And now, Circular Blade, what I consider his best skill. This thing is ridiculous. So see all that area of damage? Yeah, this thing is dumb. So not only is this one a really good skill to just get drive, it does a ton of damage. For the amount of AoE this thing is, which is ridiculous, by the way, you can redirect every strike. Dual warning, it only hits one time, a person one time, and that includes the block. So watch out for that. But this thing does way too much damage. Not only does it do way too much damage. Remember the combo I just told you with God Strike? This thing into God Strike? What if I told you that the combo is also doable with Circular Blade? This combo is also doable with Circular Blade and also kills. Yes. Let's just leave it at that. That thing does a lot of damage. With just one strike hitting, it will kill with that combo. Yes. Lubu is bullshit. He has 2 technically confirmed kills from basic attacks. Just from this, without abusing any kind of mechanic of, you know, just something like this. Of doing something like this. My bad. About needing to do something like this. And this works, by the way. So, yeah, Lubu's pretty, kind of insane. Okay, so since I have no, Mystico to do this, I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. Because I have to show you the drive skill. So... And this is why I say that ability is broken. I'm already showing you a little bit of Lubu like this. See, breaking slice isn't that bad either. Oh. I mean, I am using attack speed, obviously. No. Okay, in time. It's time. So this is the drive. It's, okay, I'm just gonna tell you. So you saw the drive just now. First, the drive's range is just about this much, which is not that much. But you know what is even worse? There's 2 parts worse. First, that explosion is not big. It is an extremely small explosion at the end. It is very small explosion. It's a very small explosion. So, it's not very big AoE. But even worse than that, Lubu is interruptible. Oh yes, Lubu's drive skill is interruptible. He has probably... Also, it takes quite a bit for him to shoot the frickin' arrow. It is probably one of the worst drive skills alongside Artoria in the game. But... being fair, he's already a berserker. You're probably not gonna have a lot of time in drive either way, so... that's not gonna help you much. But either way, poor Lubu suffers from a bad drive skill, fortunately. But for the exchange of having, you know, 2 death kill combos, I'm perfectly fine with this. Literally. I am actually fine with that exchange. But either way, time to show off some Lubu play against AI multiplayer because I got nothing else right now. Okay, multiplayer. Also have to show you builds, of course. Give me a minute. Not that. Okay, Lu. This is not Lubu. Nope. Okay, so let's go with this. So this is my... When I'm gonna sit, this is what I prefer, so I'm gonna consider it my build. Or like... I'm gonna call it breaking build for breaking slice. This is the, this is what I'm gonna consider again the fun build. Not that, and all of these are pretty fun. This is just the, how do I explain, nah, it's more meme build. But I'm gonna consider the meme build for Lubu. Even though it does have pull armor, actually exchange this for, this. Yeah, there we go. This is more the meme build. And finally, what I'm gonna be using today, the recommended build. It's not very different from breaking... Recommended build. Recommended build. It's not very different from the, my build. It's just slightly different. The only difference is, instead of breaking slice, I have Earth Split. I'll be using this one. I prefer the other one, but I will be using this one for this, also ceremonial. Oh yeah, there is something I didn't explain in the other characters, which were Mystic Codes, because I preferred to leave that to your decision. Usually I wouldn't say anything, but for Lubu I'll do a little tidbit. There are... My favorite playstyle is ceremonial because you become fucking freaking Sonic the Hedgehog. But It's a big bot. The actual, probably best install skill for him is Shield of Protection. Mainly because of the defense up. Since he already has a buff skill, the defense up actually helps him out, so he doesn't get taken out of his abilities during, you know, when he's normal attacking. Unless, of course, they have buff skill. No, you can't do anything about that. But if they don't have buff skill, they get screwed over by this hard. But I'd only take Shield of Protection. I'd take with Lubu, at least Shield of Protection. Well, I'm not. I'm taking Ceremonial because my preferred playstyle, and he's Sonic the Hedgehog with this. But if you prefer more efficiency, probably go with Shield of Protection for Lubu. Just specifically Lubu. Either way, it's your choice. Doesn't matter. As I said, you choose what you want to use. But there is one Mystic Code I never recommend. Which one is it? There's a Mystic Code I never recommend no matter what. Which is War Flag of Victory. I don't recommend two of them. Fairy Bandages, not really worth. The extra heal doesn't... Like, it's fine, but it doesn't make up for the lack of other things. And War Flag of Victory, I see you want to be a support, but yeah, this doesn't help as much as you might think. It really doesn't. So just go... The other four, at least there's a reason for their existence in my opinion. Shield of Protection is really good, especially against people with stuns. War-Tested Mercury is if you want to... It's the middle term with defense and offense. Dimension is really good for characters that want to spam the hell out of skills. And it's good... Actually, it's just good with everybody. It works just about well with everyone. Dimension doesn't really work badly with anyone. Ceremonial... It's if you want to be extremely offensive. I prefer Ceremonial, but that's me. Again. A lot of people use Ceremonial because of the attack buff and the attack speed. And other reasons. Either way, let's go with... We're going with Rome. Whatever. Doesn't matter. This is just to show off Lubu. Okay, let's start this shenanigan. I might need to go grab something. My nose is actually killing me. Again. Why is it every time I stream, my nose just starts acting up like it's freaking, really annoying. But oh well, I can live with it. Time for Lubu. So, start off match. Lubu, here we go. Time to demonstrate the killing power of Lubu. Okay, that didn't kill. Yeah, Lubu outside of drive, people. He is not to be messed with. I know these are AI, but still, you really should not mess with Lubu outside of drive. Nonetheless, it is something you really should avoid. Very much so. See what I'm... You cannot... Oh yeah, right, I'm using Earth Split. I forget I'm using... Bye-bye, Lancelot. Ah, shticks. Oh, boy. Super slow Lubu. God damn it, John. Okay, should have drive now. And now, I'm gonna show you something scary. Yeah, Lubu on drive is, get the hell away from him. See? Basic attacks kill by themselves. Literally. Lubu is, very scary on drive. Thankfully for everyone it doesn't last long, but, thankful for a lot of people, his drive doesn't last long. Because if it did, oh boy. God, if this was breaking slice, I might have been able to combo that. I'm not absolutely sure you can. Sometimes I've seen it work, sometimes I've seen it not work. It's not consistent, basically. But it's neat to try, you know? Oh, god damn it, she went back in. Okay. Again, I am not used to using the Earth Split, but being fair, it's very good, like, drive gain, in my opinion. Either way, that is Lubu in a nutshell. Lubu does have a weakness. Well, a few weaknesses. Well, two weaknesses mainly. First weakness, obviously, is a Berserker. So, like every Berserker on the face in this game, he suffers from very small drive length. He also is not the best at gaining drive. He can get drive fine, but nothing amazing. So don't worry, you can still get enough drive, but he's not gonna beat a lot of other characters on drive gain. But the main problem he has is, if you haven't noticed already, but a good chunk of his skills are close range, or his better skills are close range and require a relative, you know, decent proximity, with the exception of Earth Split and Breaking Slice. And those two have the problem of, if they're close, but then those two have a problem, because if someone's close to you when you're doing that stuff, kind of screwed because of the startup time. But again, his main and also the problem that his drive is completely interruptible. He is extremely fun to play, being fair, mainly because he's freaking Speedy Gonzalez on steroids. But he is also hard in a way. Playing Lubu is like you rush, how to explain? You rush B, or in this case, you rush people to death. You are the killer while they're not on drive. You are scary when they're not on drive. When people are on drive, you're made of freaking paper mache, unfortunately, due to your weakness of being a berserker. So you gotta go strong when they're not on drive, because that's when you're the scariest. But also, he is very susceptible, since a lot of his skills have last a while and have multiple hits. He is very successful. Oh my god, I can't say it. He's very weak to counters, especially. He can get countered pretty easily out of a lot of characters. He's very easily counterable with counters. Also, he doesn't do well, but he's also very good at catching some characters that don't want people near him, because he's super fast. He's actually one of those characters that actually does very well at catching up to Gilgamesh bullshit. Except when he has counter, but let's skip that. Gilgamesh bullshit, Arjuna, who doesn't want people near him, Robin, who definitely does not want him near him, and just about any character that wants, you know, personal space. Lubu doesn't give them personal space. If you don't have a counter and you want personal space, you're kind of screwed with him. Some characters do very fine with him because they also want to be near him, and others just like don't give much of a flying about him. So how good is he? On a rank from D to EX, so it's D, C, B, A, EX? Or was it S? Oh my god, I always forget how I put these. But from DCBAEX, I'm pretty sure Karna and wait, no, it's DCBASEX. Yes. So Karna and Emi are on S. Jean would be on A. Lubu is it's hard to say, because Lubu is either a B or an A. It's around that department. His weaknesses are obvious, too. Mainly because there is a character in the reason we put him in B and not so much in A, because of the existence of another character that does what he does better. because that other character is broken. But there's basically a berserker better than him, so he suffers from that. But you could technically say he's an A rank character. He's a little worse than John, I'd say. But even then, he still has pretty good strengths. Again, John is amazing only because of the negatives she has. Either way, I give him an A from DCBASEX A. A low A on the lower side.